Welcome to Calm Mind Habits, where small daily habits help you calm your mind and feel more at peace. Have you ever reached something you wanted, then felt strangely empty after the excitement disappeared? In this video, you will understand why your brain prefers progress over final success. Maybe it was a job, a relationship, a milestone, or a number you chased for years. At first, it felt exciting, almost like your life had finally opened a new door. You smiled, celebrated, and thought the missing piece had finally arrived in your hands. But after a while, the feeling became smaller, quieter, and strangely ordinary again inside. The achievement stayed, but the emotional high slowly faded into the background of everyday life. This does not mean you are ungrateful, broken, or impossible to satisfy as a person. It means your brain was designed to adapt quickly after reaching a reward you wanted. Success gives your brain a moment of pleasure, relief, and recognition from the outside. Progress gives your brain direction, hope, and a reason to keep moving tomorrow again. Success often creates a spike, a brief emotional rise that feels powerful but unstable. You get the result, feel excited, then your mind slowly returns to normal again. The new job becomes ordinary after your brain learns it belongs to daily life. The new house becomes the place where you simply wake up each morning again. The number you chased becomes another number your mind now expects to see. There, progress feels different because it tells your brain that life is still moving forward. Even a small improvement can whisper, "I am not stuck anymore today in place." That message matters because feeling stuck quietly drains motivation, hope, and emotional energy inside. When nothing changes, your days begin to feel copied, pasted, and emotionally flat inside. Progress breaks that flatness by giving your mind a direction worth following again tomorrow. Your brain feels alive because something is changing, not because everything is finished already. Most people think, the brain only rewards the final result after all effort ends. But your brain also responds when it senses that a reward is becoming possible. That is why early progress can feel good before the big goal arrives fully. You train for 1 week, and your body has not transformed yet at all. But inside, something feels lighter because your effort finally has visible movement again now. You save a small amount, and you are not financially free yet at all. Still, your mind feels safer because the direction has started to change a little. Progress sends your brain one simple signal. The effort is working right now again. When your brain receives proof, it becomes more willing to continue through discomfort again. That is why checking off one task can feel strangely satisfying after a difficult day. The task may be small, but the signal is emotionally powerful to your brain. Weak people wait for motivation first, then blame life when nothing changes around them. Your brain creates deeper motivation after you give it evidence through action and progress. Progress also rebuilds something many people quietly lose: trust in themselves over time. Slowly, you promised yourself you would change, then return to the same patterns again yesterday. You promised to wake earlier, but the snooze button won again the next morning. You promised to stop scrolling, but another hour disappeared without meaning before you noticed. Every broken promise teaches your brain that your own word is unreliable again inside. Not loudly, not dramatically, but quietly enough to weaken your confidence over many days. Small progress repairs that relationship, one kept promise at a time inside your mind. You said you would walk 10 minutes, and then you actually walked outside today. You said you would clean one corner, and you finished that corner with focus. These moments look small outside, but inside, they rebuild self-respect, piece by piece again. Self-esteem is built by keeping small promises, not by repeating empty affirmations in your head. Each promise kept tells your brain, "I can trust myself again a little today." When self-trust returns, happiness becomes quieter, stronger, and less dependent on applause from other people. Success usually gives you status, but progress slowly gives you identity from within over time. Status is what other people notice when they look at your life from outside. Identity is what your brain believes when nobody is watching you closely at all. A trophy says, "Look what I managed to get from the world today externally." Progress says, "Look who I am becoming through repeated small actions over quiet days." One workout does not change your body, but it changes your self-image a little. One page does not make you wise, but it makes you a learner today. One calm response does not fix life, but it proves emotional strength is growing. These tiny actions change the story your brain tells about you every single day. If your brain sees you as a quitter, hardship confirms weakness in your identity. If your brain sees you as someone moving, hardship becomes training for your future. Success may change your image, but progress changes who you believe you are inside. This is why a comfortable life can still feel strangely empty inside for someone. You may have food, safety, entertainment, routines, and everything looks fine outside to others. But if you are not growing, your mind can become emotionally numb over time. The human brain does not only need comfort, it also needs meaning and direction. Meaning often appears when your days connect to a future you value deeply inside. Comfort can calm your body, but progress gives your mind a future worth imagining. Without progress, comfort can slowly become a soft and invisible cage around your mind. You scroll, eat, and distract yourself, hoping the emptiness becomes quieter for a while. But your brain knows the difference between rest and silent avoidance very clearly inside. One honest step forward can feel like fresh air because it restores agency again. We are not built only to consume comfort. We are built to grow forward. Progress becomes stronger when your brain can actually see the evidence in front of itself. That is why a calendar, checklist, or journal can feel powerful after several days. These simple tools turn invisible effort into something your mind can recognize and trust. You see the chain, the small wins, and the fact you continued another day. Evidence is stronger than motivation, because motivation disappears when emotions change during difficult days. You can say you are changing, but your brain needs proof from your actions. When you see 7 days of effort, a new story begins inside your mind. I am the kind of person who continues even when it feels hard today. That belief reduces pressure because every day no longer needs perfection to count fully. You only need one honest step that keeps the chain alive for today again. Small progress repeated honestly beats a giant plan you never follow in real life. Your brain does not care about fantasy. It cares about proof built through action. Pause for a moment and think about where you need progress again in life. Maybe it is your health, focus, emotional control, money, or confidence right now, today. You do not need a perfect transformation to begin moving in the right direction. You only need one small promise that you are willing to keep today honestly. One honest step tells your brain that your life still has movement and possibility. If you want to begin again, write one word in the comments below today. Write progress, not for anyone else, but as a signal to yourself right now. Let that word remind your brain what direction you are choosing from this moment. Sometimes naming the direction is the first step back into movement after feeling stuck. And once movement returns, hope can begin returning with it inside your mind again. Maybe happiness is not waiting at the finish line after everything is complete perfectly. Maybe your brain does not need your life to be perfect before feeling better. Maybe it only needs one honest signal that you are still moving forward today. I am still growing. I am not stuck. And I can begin again today. There is nothing wrong with wanting success or a better life for yourself deeply. But do not believe one achievement will protect your mind forever from emptiness inside. Your brain adapts to success, but it comes alive through progress again and again. So today, ask yourself for one small step, not a perfect plan for life. One step can change the signal your brain receives about your future starting now. When the signal changes, your mood, motivation, and identity begin changing too inside you. Success may give your brain a reward, but progress gives it life from within. If this video helped you, subscribe to Calm Mind Habits for the next one. We will keep building small daily habits for a calmer, stronger mind together here. Remember, happiness begins when your brain knows you are still moving forward with courage.